Hello. So today, clutter. And is clutter bogging you down? Whoa. Do you feel like you look in your pantry and you're just like, oh my God, where do I even start? Or you might look into the other room and see a pile of mess that is no longer like a mess anymore. It's just become part of the furniture that we don't even take notice of. But I feel like clutter can make us feel so overwhelmed. That's just me personally speaking. I feel like it affects my mental health. I feel like I can't sit and work effectively. And I'm not saying like my skirting boards need dusting every freaking day, guys. Not that bad, but just clutter in general. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to give you a go-to actionable project to do for this week. And I want you to do it. And I'm telling you, this is a friendly reminder episode. That's what it's going to be. It's a friendly reminder, and it's something that you are going to take action and do. And I promise you're going to hate it. For sure, you're going to hate it. That's the point. But after you do it, you will love it. So every few months, okay, first, let's rewind. Can we just talk about those pantries that we see on Instagram? And they're perfect. The perfect pantry, you open it up and it's got all the gorgeous uniformed containers with the labels on them. And, it's just the pantry looks like it has so much space. But for me, I mean, look, I do have an organized pantry, I have to say, because I do cook. However, I probably don't think that it's Instagram worthy because I am a big cook and I don't have a walk-in pantry. That's the other thing. I don't have a walk-in. So maybe it would be a bit more spacious and spread out had I have one. However, it's organized and there's a system, and then there's a way that I kind of thought about it, and I didn't go on Instagram and cut copy paste someone else's aesthetic pantry. I did it purely because I just found that over time, as I would, make something or buy a new ingredient, I would add it in, but then I'd forget about it. I'd forget that it was even there. And then it was only until I got round, which didn't happen as often as I'd like to admit, to cleaning out my pantry. I'd be like, oh shit, half this stuff's off now. It's gone manky and past the expiry date. I didn't even know I had it. Or I would think of making a dish, not realize that I had like half a packet of whatever almond meal, that I don't use every day, go buy a new one. And before I know it, I've got 3 packets of almond meal. So I got my pantry organized, and this happens, I think, over time. I know there was a whole Marie Kondo movement, but I think if you focus on, a zone at a time, it could be your cupboards, or it could be, your office. If we're going to talk about food and meal planning and all that jazz, it's definitely your pantry. Take everything out. You can do shelf by shelf, take it out and really just check all the expiries. Of course, bin the things that have expired, unfortunately. Other things, categorize them. You can recycle jars. I'm sure you've got plenty of containers as well. Like, it doesn't have to be like the perfect containers. It's something that you can use to get by, like for now, until you want to explore getting those, because it does add up quite a bit when you have to outlay all the money to get all the containers. But also, you also don't know how you want it laid out. So until you clear everything out and group things, you won't necessarily know what you need to buy, right? You might not know that you need, 3 3-liter jars or containers because you need to put all your flowers in each one. So how do you know what you're going to buy if you haven't cleared it out yet? So clear out your pantry, obviously wipe shelves down. Things that, like condiments, your oils, your saucy things, I put in one of those tub trays that slide in and out. I put them in one. The other one, I kind of put like, coffee beans. I put, tea and all that kind of jazz, some scoops. Like, again, every pantry is going to be different because we all use and we all eat and we all cook differently. So what might work for me might not work for you. But if you group things, you will know, okay, great, this is the shelf that I put this on. Obviously, the top shelf, I put like some appliances. So my slow cooker, things that I don't use every day. I don't care if they're not 100% reachable because they're not things that I need to go. I'm not going to put all my olive oils right at the top where I use it all the time, and then group things in other, so your flowers together, your snacks, and then you'll find a way of how you can work with your pantry. Is it mean like all the snacks go into one tub? Do you just buy one tub? How many flowers do you have? Are you just a basic person that has two types of flowers? Cool. Like get 2 jars, you can reuse jars, whatever it may be, and put them on another shelf along with maybe your sugars and, sultanas, or I don't know, whatever, all your grains, your nuts and whatnot. You can put that all on one shelf. The thing that I will say, and I'm going to give you this red hot tip, is that I definitely had an extra tub for the overflow. So things that like, for example, I will put in a container the flour. Sometimes there's a little bit left over in a packet. I have a tub that it's like a top up. It's a top up so that it's not random half packet open things that are going like just shoved. Where are you going to put them? Where are you going to put them when you've got shelves, when you've got jars everywhere else? So I have a tub, and I make sure when I'm running low on things, and you'll be able to see it when it's a little bit more tidy, you'll just go into that tub. You'll know that if it's not in there, that means you don't have it. So you need to buy a new one. It just makes things a little bit easier. And if you're thinking, oh, Marilyn, but like when things are in containers, how do you know the expiry date when you've taken it out of the packet? Simple. You just get like a whiteboard marker, and you just either write it on the bottom of the container or on the side, or wherever, wherever kind of you can't see it when you open the pantry, but you can check. Just write the expiry. If you get a new packet, wipe it out, write the new expiry date. Bob's your uncle. Too easy. Once you sort out the pantry, you can do this as well with your freezer. I do it a bit more frequently because I think that a lot of the time we don't realize what we actually have. I mean, I personally am that person that will be at the shops and only buy what I need for the week. So in terms of fresh fruit and veggie, I don't have wastage, generally speaking, unless for whatever reason they don't last, which aka cucumbers, what the hell, seriously. But I'll just buy enough to get by. And I know that might seem weird sometimes. I always used to look at me like, why are they buying like 2 cucumbers or whatever it is? It's like, well, sometimes you don't eat more than that. So what's the point of buying more and then it going off and having to bin it, With the freezer, I think if you build your freezer stash up enough, you will be able to every once a month when you go to kind of like use up what you have, you'll have a look, you'll see, oh, hey, I have, some pasta sauce. I have some, you know, some meat here. What can I do? Oh, and then you go in your pantry, you're like, great, I've got some beans, I've got some corn. Maybe I'll do some, like, I don't know, I'm just making this up, by the way. Like maybe I'll make some taco bowls. Maybe I'll do whatever. Like it just makes it so much more easier, and you can use up everything you have when things are a little bit tidy and organized. Again, it doesn't have to be an Instagram perfect freaking pantry, but when there's some sort of an order, it just helps so, so, so much. Just have that flow. So that's something else that I did. I do as well in, my cupboards. I kind of rotate the whole summer and winter wardrobe just because I just feel like, I mean, I don't have like a big walk-in wardrobe and whatnot. So I kind of rotate, and it just forces me to have to like go through my stuff as well, give it away to, charity or whatnot. And that way it's just not all piled up on top of each other, and I've just got a random bunch of clothes that I don't even wear anymore. So your task for this week is to clean out your pantry. Clear out your pantry, go shelf. And you know what? If you want to take it next level, because I know once we get into that purge and that culling spree, it's a bit hard to stop. You can also go through all your Corningware. I mean, that's another thing. Like, did I really need 4 lasagna trays? Like, no, I don't. I don't need, especially the big mozza ones. Like, I've got a couple and that's plenty. I don't need any more. Go through your stuff and clear up space, give it away, sell it, do something with it. And it just makes everything a little bit more organized and flow easier. And you'll be able to see what you have. There'll be less wastage. You won't be constantly buying double doubling up on random ingredients that you probably will never use. You only bought it for that one dish. And yeah, you'll just save yourself some money. So keep it easy, keep it simple, think about it, just take a step back, go, okay, this is my pantry. What am I going to pop on the top shelf that I don't need to use as often? Is it just some go-to appliances, right? Pop that up there. Group your oils, your marinade, your condiments together, group all your other, your overflow into one little tub. You reuse jars where you can, reuse containers. It doesn't matter. Over time, if Aldi catalog special have them going on sale, you can buy them along with the alpaca that you walk out with when you go every Wednesday and Saturday, or Kmart or wherever it may be. You don't have to buy 300 containers in one go. Seriously. And then if you really want, go to your freezer and do the same. You'll be very surprised at the dishes that you'll come up with and create using what you have already go there. And you'll also be surprised at what you're going to chuck out. I know it's a little bit sad. You'll notice that you have a little bit to bin out. But anyway, can't wait to see you guys working on your pantry and freezers. Be sure to tag me. But I hope this was helpful. And until next time, ciao.